From trains and automobiles to planes, the new FAA flight reductions are now in effect.
The regulations will have a direct effect on travelers and airports in our area. Let's get right to Good Days. Briella Tomassetti, she is live at LaGuardia Airport with what we can expect. Briella, what are we talking about when we mention reductions? How much?
Yeah, so it's a 10% reduction to Shani and Robert, but it's rolled out, rather phased in on a rolling basis. For instance, a 4% reduction taking place today, then that will rise to 6% on Tuesday, 8% on Thursday, and then finally 10% in a week from today. So for every day the government stays shut down, there will be essentially dire consequences. Now, important to note, there will be no reduction in international flights. Basically, what most airlines are doing are canceling domestic flights between major cities and smaller, major hubs in smaller cities. Here at LaGuardia Airport, like I said, rolling delays, right? So there was one flight delayed to Detroit. That is still the case. But now there's another flight that was scheduled to leave at 6 o'clock this morning from here to Fort Lauderdale. Last I checked, that flight was still on the runway, so now about a half hour delayed. We'll probably see that through the rest of the morning and into the rest of the day. Safe to say, yeah, passengers already feeling the impacts of this.
We were delayed about an hour and 20 minutes or so getting in here. We sat on the runway, and they said it was because of the shortages and the shutdown.
For the last maybe two trips, my flights have been canceled or pushed back. And actually last week, 2 hours before I was supposed to fly out, they canceled my flight.
It's frustrating, and I just hope that the government opens up so that we won't have so many problems.
Well said, and this was the departure board at LaGuardia's Terminal B at around 8 o'clock last night. Almost every flight on different carriers was, delayed. And the FAA warns this will be the new normal until the government reopens. The agency is reducing air traffic by 10% across 40 of the nation's high-volume markets. It's a choice the FAA says it had to make as unpaid air traffic controllers become more and more fatigued. That includes 4 airports in our area, the 3 big ones, JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark, and also Teterboro in New Jersey. Most airlines are granting travel waivers to allow passengers to rebook their flights at a later time, and some are even offering their customers refunds even if they didn't purchase a refundable ticket. Bottom line, they're still really trying to evaluate how their schedules will be affected. Clinton Henderson, managing editor at The Points Guy, is guiding travelers through all of the chaos.
Have the airline app installed on your phone so you can rebook yourself, have the customer service phone number, and then if your flight is canceled while you're at the airport, you got to run to that gate agent. You got to get on the phone. You should message these airlines on social media. You got to use all the tools in the toolbox to try to get yourself rebooked. Because remember, there's fewer flights, and that means more demand, and that means there's fewer seats. So you're competing against all those people that were on that canceled flight with you.
You might be wondering, will airlines actually follow the rules? And considering this is a safety issue, not a political issue, carriers could face civil penalties of up to $75,000 for every flight they operate above the limits set forth in that FAA emergency order. For now, we're live, though, at LaGuardia. Robert and Tashani will send it back to you.
Briella, thank you.